Amazon, Barnes & Noble, those sorts of sites. I'm just going to add this nice little box there. And if you click on the drop-down box, it actually goes to the default options, and it's actually giving you price comparisons for the various book sites. If we click here with the configuration dialog, you can see that what BookBurrow does, it'll do price comparison on bookstores, allow you to directly query a number of libraries, and then also do WorldCat based on proximity to a zip code. I'm going to go ahead and go through and drop out the price comparison. And then if you scroll all the way down, and this is kind of a preview of the latest release of BookBurrow, I've actually worked with the creator of BookBurrow, a guy named Jesse Andrews, to get the WYLD libraries added. So listed down at the end, you can add, just click what you want, we'll add all WYLD libraries, a couple county libraries. You also have the individual branches below that, and add a zip code just to see what's going on. And then if we reload the page, it's not actually sending any requests until you click on the little drop down. So if you're not wanting to do that, it's not eating up your bandwidth. And once you do, you can see it's pulling in from WorldCat the locations that have it based on the proximity to the Sheridan zip code. It's also showing WYLD libraries. If it has it, it's going to give a yes. If not, that area is going to be blank. And then from here, you can click right in. And it's going to take you directly to that search.
Cool.
And I found this really useful in terms of doing reference. The usual, someone's coming up, they've got some vague idea of what book they're looking for, and Amazon can be a real easy way to be able to pinpoint exactly what book that is. And then if you already have, if you've got BookBurrow, you can tell right away if your library has that item. One current limitation is BookBurrow, and this sounds like it is going to be fixed soon, is to actually search this just for that ISBN, whereas perhaps if you're familiar with LibX, it's actually running through an OCLC service called XISBN, and that's going to pull in all the related ISBNs, so you get other editions, or in case of translations, you get other translations. I think that's about it for BookBurrow. Like I said, we found it really useful just to be able to have that holdings information available right on Amazon, and do the same thing for Barnes & Noble, the other book pages out there.
Is it just for books, or does it do movies?
Right now it is just for books, because it doesn't have that ISBN to pull in for movies. I think that's one of the why it's been designed that way. Next hack I want to show you is actually an iGoogle gadget that comes from Katie Jones down at the State Law Library. I don't know if you're familiar with iGoogle. It's part of the trend towards customized start pages. You might have seen NetVibes, similar thing. My Yahoo, each of these, and then I guess there's page flakes as well. Each of these, what they allow you to do is have customized start pages. Each of these modules you can add, move around, that sort of thing. What Katie's actually done is created a custom module for the State Law Library, and in that, you've got Wyoming Legal Resources, a tab for Federal Legal Resources, and another tab for the Library Catalog. And click there. The search box is going to take you right into WildCat and right into that search. Either Des or I had time to actually create a version of the state WYLD yet, but that's certainly something we can do, and this is actually straight HTML on here, so it's pretty easy. You can have all the functionality of a regular WYLD search box. Really kind of a nice way to get results or get the search capability right where people might be using it. Next hack I've got for you is actually a search plugin, and by that I mean for Firefox again, it's going to add search engines to this box up here. It's actually hosted on the WYLD Hacks site. Like all of those, you can do it. Click, give it a second. It's going to ask if you want to install and add, and we'll start using it right away. We'll actually do a search, and I'll show you what's going on.
did you type in up there? Cars?
Cars. Let's see in a second. So what this search plugin actually does is give you a direct way to search consumer reports and consumer reports buying guide. This kind of came out of the fact that I probably had similar experience. Patrons come in real excited about the fact that consumer reports is available through the databases, but after you take them through, I think I counted one time about the 12 steps to get into there and select the publications, they kind of lost interest at that point, and they certainly won't remember for the next time 2-3 months down the line when they actually want to look at consumer reports again. So what this will do is it'll take the search term, pull it directly into a consumer EBSCO post search with the consumer reports journal options. You notice it's doing consumer reports as well as consumer reports buying guide. And then this little tag here is searching just for what's available as full text, which is usually something users want. And then you're going to be followed by the search terms there. Along with working in library, Des helped me set this up that it'll actually redirect to the proxy if you're outside of the library, and then carry the search terms through after you've logged in. So it can be used from users at home as well. Now I'm going to jump to why I really wanted to come, to show you a Firefox extension I've created called NovelCat. Obviously, Novelist plus Wildcat. What it does, right here, what it does, let me show you. What it does is it adds holdings information to the search results in Novelist. What I've found, in terms of using Novelist, it's a great reader's advisory database, but to actually figure out if your library has any of those items, you do have to click through. So what this extension will do is actually search for each of these ISBNs that show up in a Novelist search in the search results, and then it's actually going out and checking the library you've selected for that ISBN. If that ISBN is available, it's going to show the blue paw. If it's not, it's going to show the red paw. And what the option selected now is just going to be searching all WYLD libraries. And I'll click through and show you what this looks like. Search for that novel. If it comes and finds results, like I said, blue paw, not red paw. And what's actually being done is it's routing through X ISBNs and searching for multiple editions, and that way you get pretty good coverage, and I found it to be pretty accurate. Once you've got NovelCat installed, you can go Tools, NovelCat, it'll be added to the menu there, and it's actually going to let you select which libraries you're searching. You've got the drop down. This will be the library that's actually going to query and look to see if it has the item. Let's just change this to something. This one, if that library doesn't have the item, it's actually not going to check this other library, but simply provide the red paw link. It's really useful if you're going in, you're looking for your library, then you want to have the link going out to check all WYLD libraries. We'll change things. We'll see. Refresh. Search again. Different results as we've changed the library.